You are tuned to Anubhav 2.0 podcast from senior citizens, catalyzed and supported by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Government of India, through National Institutes for Social Defense and Media for Community Foundation. The project is conceived and designed by Dr. R. Sridhar and supported by Ashish Tiwari, Pooja Murada, Sai Sudha and Kaushalya.
Hello listeners, greetings from Covaivani. It's a pleasure to have with us multi-talented Saraswathy Balasubramanian to share with us her travels in following her passion, facing several challenges with unwavering determination. Her narrative is simple and straight from the heart. The multifold challenges of a woman, more specifically to provide for an uncompromising and excellent education and training in the formative years of children, are not person specific but is something that most women can relate to. Saraswati, an economist, kept acquiring several skills as and when opportunities came her way and built up her portfolio with specializations in many fields. This apart, she did not hesitate to approach authorities whenever the need arose for a solution to a problem. For instance, in the schools in California, there was no vegetarian food plan for the children. Saraswati took up the case and approached the decision makers in Sacramento and got the approval for it, though many others dared not do it. The faculty at the early education program, which was her brainchild, had presented her with a copper plaque on her retirement. These words inscribed on it speak volumes of her caliber. A truly great mentor is hard to find, difficult to part with, and impossible to replace. Over to Saraswati.
Hello everybody. I was born into a large middle-class family of 6 sisters and 1 younger brother. I was the youngest among sisters. My sisters mostly took care of me. And as my mother was so busy with her family, my playtime was mostly limited to running outside. I don't ever remember playing with any toy as I was growing up. But this helped me in my creativity and learning skills. I discovered new learning tools as I grew up. I had just a slate and a chalk. Other things were for me to find and explore. So that's what I did. We ran outside mostly, found leaves, burnt matchsticks to write on the leaves. That was the learning of, I think, writing. My first experience of writing was that. And then constant treasure hunt was going on. Finding pebbles, small stones, tamarind seeds. These were all tools to help me with counting and learning eye-hand coordination games which we played. And to be more creative, we started counting, writing, thinking, drawing, chasing one another, playing games outside. So we had the small fine motor skills as well as the large motor skills. Everything was included as I was growing up. And as the daughter of a banker, we had to often move from place to place. Every move, I had to learn a new language. this was kind of helpful for me to adapt anywhere, wherever we went. After completing my school and college, I worked for a few years in a bank. This experience also helped me in the future. As I did about 5 years, I think. I was a clerk, but we had to dabble with numbers, a little bit of statistics, a little bit of organizing and meeting clients and so on. But I do not know. God has other plans, I guess. So we moved to Roorkee, and once I was there, I had contacted, this was also by chance. I used to go with my sister-in-law to her clinic. She was a doctor. There came some nuns, especially the principal of a school, of the most famous school in Roorkee. She talked to me at length and she said, I want you as my school teacher. I said, no, I have no experience as a teacher. But she said, no, you should come. I think you can do better because all my nuns are from Sapphire College. I graduated from Sapphire College also. So that was a good beginning for me as a teacher. First venture, I guess, because I never dreamt that I'm going to be a school teacher. As a school teacher, I received immense love from my students. And of course, it was a mutual love story. I still keep in touch with my students. They've all grown up. They have their own kids. And I'm so proud that I played a small part in their lives. Because most of them have lucrative careers. Some are doctors, some are engineers, some are way up there. Much more than like what I was at their age. In 1977, my husband moved to Papua New Guinea. My kids were too small and they needed schooling. It was a new place. We had no idea, no clue where schools were. And there were public schools, but not like preschools. So my son finally managed to somehow enroll himself in a nice school, but my daughter was not able to attend any. I had fortunately made some friends. They were all Australians, Britishers, Fijians, and had come from Sri Lanka and other places. So all of us had the same problem of how to bring up our kids, how to give them a suitable education. So we all got together, started our own toddlers group. Our children loved it, parents loved it. This was going on for quite some time. And this not only boosted my confidence, but I wanted to start something beyond this, a school, which was my dream. Since I had a fairly good musical talent that really helped me to relate to kids easily. Wherever I went, I talked to them in their language. We sang, we danced, and we mastered the early literary skills. But again, it was time for me to move. Constant move, that was my life. This time it was to the US. For me, it was a period of adjustment again. Because new place, I didn't know where to take my kids. My son again got himself enrolled in a public school. But I tried to work in a school free. I volunteered my services so that my kids could get an education. So they agreed to this and I was happy. I was happy about it. But later on, I said, this was not enough for me. So again, I was itching to start a new school. I got a license and started a daycare at home. I made proper plans and got the help from the school system. They helped me with planning the food part of it. Nutrition was a big part of my preschool. So the US school system, they helped me to plan and also they paid me for that. The children who came to me had good food, and also we played, we learned, and it was kind of hard for me initially. But later on, my daughter also helped me. She got involved, and for a few years, this school ran like crazy, I would say. I got a good name. Many of them gave me like praises, which I didn't ask for. I also got I would say, professional experience in a new country, especially in the US, where rules are so strict. I learned the inside of how the education system worked there. After this was another move for me, but I joined the public school system and I became a teacher on call. So wherever they wanted me, I went there. And this was truly a learning experience because I knew the in and out of how schools work there. Everything was a positive feedback for me. So I got an idea, brilliant idea. We moved to a new place again. This time we were closer to Chinmaya Mission of Los Angeles. Chinmaya Mission has a lot of programs for adults, seniors, youth, and the Sunday programs where children come and learn all about religion and the values we follow in life. But there was something missing, and that was an early education system, like a preschool. So I wanted to fill this gap. While I was working in the school system, I had earned a lot of credentials. I attended every psychology class, every child psychology mentor classes, and I kept on improving my credentials. All this came in handy when I started a new school. I approached our Swamiji, who was the Western head of the mission. I told him I want to start something like this, where we can have a fusion, the curriculum, so that we can impart our values to the kids and also teach them, all the units that are required for them to transition smoothly into a school system. Of course, Swamiji said he had his own doubts. He said, okay, ideas don't have wings. Get it started. Do what you have to do. So that was an incentive for me. I took it up as a challenge and I started the school. Initially, I had only 3 kids, but gradually, as more and more people heard about this special program, there was a lot of enrollment. That meant we had to enroll more teachers. We had to work out the financial part of it. So I got a person who take care of all the finance because I was not good at that. I was good at teaching. I was good at lesson planning. I was good at organizing a classroom. And I was good with the kids. Everything worked in my favor. Soon we started employing new teachers. I even started training them. My mentoring class helped me to impart this training to all those teachers. Every time I walked into a class, I told them how better they can teach. We used a lot of charts, used a lot of wallpapering which reflected the classroom atmosphere, the colors, the numbers, the wall which had words. Children could learn from anywhere. So we created a classroom where which place, the children turn, it was a learning experience for them. So the lesson plans were done properly. It included all the ways in which children would learn. We took care of their emotional, psychological, physical, small motor skills, large motor skills. Everything was included neatly in the lesson plan. So the classroom was like really a bustling place where children could enjoy while learning. It was not just a classroom. It was a playroom where they learned, they played, they sang, they did everything. So I'm proud of this. This is, I think, one of my proud moments when I could make a difference in the lives of young children. Because for me, teachers, they are the most important people in children's lives. A good teacher, not an average teacher or a mediocre teacher. So I encouraged my teachers to excel in whatever they did. I incorporated all that I had learned in a mentoring class. And I believed that a good teacher can make a real difference, and an excellent teacher are incredibly important in the lives of children so that they can grow up and make a difference in their own lives, because a good education is the key to success in one's life. So thank you for getting me here, because this is a passion for me. For me, teaching is a passion. Children are my passion. I'll do anything for that. Thank you so much.
I'm sure listeners must have found Saraswati's talk both interesting and inspirational. Till we meet again with another podcast, this is Revati Bhaskar signing off.
You were listening to Covaivani podcasts from S3 Kovai Care, Coimbatore. Please contact 14567. I repeat, 14567 Elderline Helpline during working hours for any assistance relating to senior citizens. Thank you.